Love on each other, invest, be mindful, really connect, take the time. If it's 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, 20 minutes, you give 8 hours to a job that doesn't give a, what about you. Because if you're gone today, they will replace you right that same moment. ASAP. ASAP. Yeah. It doesn't matter how well you did while you were there. So do the same thing for your partner. Mm-hmm. Continue to connect, invest in it, and you'll see, you'll see the results from that.
Anxious, nothing. A little bit anxious, nothing.
We're wedding-ish, huh?
Is it?
The outfits are giving?
Is it?
Or is it giving an African diplomat today and his dignitary wife?
Yeah, I think that.
You like that flow a little bit?
It's giving a little bit of a, I don't know, first lady-ish.
Okay, I could definitely see that.
Okay.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Right.
I just have to reestablish my connection to the diaspora.
That's good. Clean.
Well, I appreciate that. It's tough for you to give me a compliment.
Oh, Lord. Welcome.
Welcome. Take 2 with Mylan and Kate. Listen, it is the month of love, right? This is February. So.
Oh, I didn't even see the red.
The red boots.
Well, then,
boots.
Yeah, perfect.
Red boots. But let me mention to you guys. So we're discussing, our theme we were saying is we're going to talk about relationships, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's right.
That's the month of love.
It's the month of love. So we're talking right now about reinvesting in relationships. We're African. I'm going to tell you something I know I grew up seeing is I don't think my parents, Mom, don't kill me, but I don't think you and Dad ever reinvested in one another, right? You guys just dated. Y'all were together for a long time. Y'all husband and wife, and y'all just raised the kids. And you worked and you provided a great life and all of that. But in today's society, reinvesting has to be important, right? Whether it's through gifts, whether it's, what's that thing you were telling me, the 2-2, yeah, gifts for sure. 2-2-2 principle, right?
Yeah, I think you brought it up.
Did I bring it up?
I started.
Yeah, usually I bring up the good stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it definitely was me.
Yeah, something about going on a date every 2 weeks.
2 weeks, vacation, weekend away. And so those things are important. Now, we're not asking people to dive into their 401k to satisfy this stuff, but you can make a reinvesting in your relationship something local, something basic.
Yeah.
Go on before I.
Yeah, because I mean, and I think we were talking about this the other time in the stories, because sometimes we get carried away with just the day-to-day and the daily hustle and bustle and the things that we have going on that we kind of forget about our partners sometimes because you're just going. And we talked about this before because I was forced or highly encouraged to go on a staycation because I changed it. I said, you definitely did some research and came back and was like, you know what, this weekend, I think you need to put, content aside and let's do a staycation just to reconnect. Yeah. Right. And just focus on each other, because when you're home, all you're doing is what? What am I doing when I'm home? I mean, you were telling the people. You were telling the people.
Look, get out of your environment, because then you're not focusing on your partner. When you're home, it turns into a photo shoot, a content shoot. It turns into responding to brand emails. It turns into a lot of things that isn't focused on us.
Primarily, you said it turned into chores. And I'll just...
Well, that is a chore.
And it's a marathon when I want people to clean all day.
Oh, my goodness.
And my thing is...
The horror.
My thing is,
clean for 12 hours. That's your thing.
I'm saying, listen, if it's a busy household, it needs to be clean. Yeah, you have. See, I believe in service, right? And then we'll get back on track with what we're talking about. I believe in service, but it's hard for a woman to just have everything be taken care of, especially in the house. Because we always feel like the cleaners aren't doing a good enough job. You have to clean before they come, or you have to clean after they go, because there's just certain areas they're not going to get. And by the time you realize, it's been 4 hours, because you're a lot more detail oriented.
6 hours.
Okay. And so he wanted us to focus on us. And that's one of the things that we're wanting to be intentional about this year. And so whether it's taking that staycation, whether it's just saying that.
Just going out mindlessly.
Right. Going for a walk, because we tried the walk and it just didn't last.
It didn't land like that.
Yeah.
The walk didn't
like,
land.
Whenever we're working from home, we're going to do a noon for lunch.
Walking from home with you is the worst.
Well,
because like every step, in 8 minutes. In 6 minutes. In 5. Look, the worst. So get out of your comfort zone. And that's what, I encourage any of my friends who, when we talk about relationships, is and it's not about it being expensive. It's not about it going to Dubai. Sometimes it could be like a simple drive to a nearest city next to you just to spend the 2 to 3 hours. You genuinely have to date your spouse. And I think all of us who are working to do more, to be better, to acquire, we might not do a good job of dating our spouses individually. And I think that's one of the fastest ways that couples lose themselves, right? We might be successful in other things, but in our relationship, not so much.
Yeah. And life gets in the way. I think I'm going to blame it on life. And so if you're being pulled in so many different directions, but this is why you have to be, again, very intentional, because it's easy to kind of lose track.
Very.
And just continue to work. I mean, we see people get divorced all the time. They started from the bottom, they built together, and now they lost that connection, and you have to take care of it really sooner than later. Yeah. Right. And you have to really get some help. I always talk about help because you can't do it alone. So if you feel like, we talked about this 2 weeks ago. We talked about this 3 months ago. We talked about doing this last year and it's not sticking. You might need professional help. Hey, when people have to pay for certain things, all of a sudden it clicks.
They respect it. And one word I know that I beat to death is intentionality. Yeah. Some of our friends use that a lot. They use it like it's their first name.
They
know who we're talking to.
Right.
You do have to be intentional about creating time.
Yeah.
And honesty hour. When we first got together.
You're about to say something crazy.
No, I'm not going to say anything crazy, but when we first got together, that's something you weren't really that good at.
About
creating time. No, you weren't.
Yeah, I mean...
I want to slow it up.
Okay.
I want us to slow it up.
Okay.
When we first got together, you weren't good at creating time.
Well, I don't think I'm still not good at creating time.
Oh my God. Because I'm done filming. I'm done. Season over.
I'm still not. I'm working. I didn't say I was perfect. But sometimes I feel like, and I have to do, it's hard. I'm just saying it's tough, because sometimes the activities that your partner might be interested in or want to do, I just don't know how to sit still. But the bottom line. And he doesn't mind with some of those activities. So
you put something to everything that we're doing. We tried to watch a show the other night. It was like we needed the dissertation. So what's the point of the show?
What is really the point of sitting down for 6 hours catching up on the show? That's all day.
It was not 6 hours.
It was all day. What is the name of that one with the Eli person? So those who know can say, you're crazy. Who wants to sit and finish the whole season? The whole season. It was 6 hours.
You see, we're a little different. I view that as that's a way for us to do quality time.
6 hours?
And it was not 6 hours. Please stop telling these people.
It was a long time for me to use my whole Sunday catching up on a show.
Okay, not everybody wants the 360 camera to follow them around when they doing their content.
Well, I don't do it for 6 hours. I'd rather clean.
Okay.
I'd rather clean for 6 hours than watch a show for that long.
Okay. It depends on what your deadline is. for content.
All I'm saying is we need to.
No. We can't just. All I'm saying. Let's admit when it. If listen, certain. We're not
me,
going to
I
get
feel
companies. They're going to come in. Hey, Kate. Hey, we know some stories. You did this. Hey, that's a 12-hour day.
Well,
I could go to Jamaica and come back, and she's gonna be like, "What do you think about this shot?"
all I'm saying is let's be mindful, right? Because we can't ask for certain things and, just not be realistic when you live in a household and you see the work that the person also has to do. I think number one, yeah, you're right. And this is what we want to talk about. We want to create time.
Listen, this is what the season needs to be about. She said I was right 3 times today.
Well,
I'm not even talking the rest of the show.
We want to create time, but we also want to really understand what's going on in the household. I think sometimes, and I'm speaking for the women now, sometimes because I've gotten some of these conversations across the board with some of my female friends where the men act like they're visitors and they're guests in the house. And when you, as the woman, you're so busy walking around doing everything that you need to do for the house, sometimes they act like it's not important, or you're doing it because you just are so bored that right after clocking out of work, you want to come home and do all of those other things that need to be done.
Do you remember that report you sent me? The one where the guy said that women, it takes another 7 years off their life because they got to clean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was complete bull, guys.
We're stressed out. We're stressed out. But, and then so
he was capping to the ladies. Oh, women, if you clean up 7 hours, it's taking off your life. What about what a guy got to go out there and do? Right? And look, Kate, and this is where we may bump heads sometimes is, I do feel like there is like a double standard in regards to that, how it's viewed what you do versus what I do, right? A lot of your stuff, I have to admit, is in the house. A lot of my stuff is outside surrounding the house. So, it doesn't look the same. So when I come home and I want to watch the Mighty Gemstones, I just need that 30 minutes. I want to watch the show. The show
I said 6 hours. What are we talking about 30 minutes?
I want to watch a 30-minute episode. It's hilarious. The only reason why we get into that 6 hours is because you were doing content that day. And I was like, look, I'm watching TV. You do what you got to do. And then the whole time. So in the show, so what is that supposed to mean in the show? Please go and finish filming your content. Let me watch this show.
Well, all I'm saying is we need healthy balance.
It is. Yeah,
because you will lose the person if you're not careful if you're not interested in, because I have to really tap into some of the things that you're interested in doing. The same thing, you have to tap into some of the things that I'm interested in.
Tapped into what you do
overall for the public, right? If you're dating someone, if you're married to someone, if you are looking to continue to be in this relationship and continue to grow with the person, you have to be able to. You
have to pick up some of the hobbies too,
and enjoy it.
Because I became a photographer. I became an editor. I became a lot of things since dealing with you, and
that comes with it. It's in the contract.
Some of your prolific shots on social media.
It's in the contract.
I was behind that. Skill set.
So making
big
sure
dog holding it down.
If connection is important to you, if being in a space where you feel, I talk about connection, I'm big on connection, and it doesn't matter how well a person is doing. If the connection is not there,
then it's a waste.
Do you feel the same way sometimes?
I do feel that. And that's what I was saying earlier about everybody who wants more, everybody who wants to do better. The situation that we're running into is they're not paying attention to that connection. They're acquiring, we're doing all of these things together, but we're not paying attention to what made us become one.
Yeah.
So that stuff is very important. Like I said, this is the month of love. So guys, invest in your ladies, and please, and I stress this again because somebody, we were talking about something, somebody took like a little shot in the stories. Y'all be funny in stories sometimes. They were like, oh, we don't have your pockets. Well, it's not about pockets. It's about your train of thought, right? Your train of thought could be going to CVS and getting a card. Your train of thought could be going to the grocery store and getting flowers. It can be something just to reinvest in your spouse. And I'll stand 10 toes on this, guys. We are the hunters. We are the searchers. So we have to set that tone of letting our wife, our girl know that, hey, you still matter to me regardless of what's going on.
Yeah. And don't do it on the day of, if we're referencing the month of love. You knew Valentine's Day was coming last year. It's just like your birthday. So I find it very odd when men are so busy in the supermarkets and CVS and all these pharmacies on the day of, and then it's weird. And then you come home and sometimes maybe you didn't get the flowers that you wanted. It wasn't the right arrangement. Oh, the cards were, it's really weird because you knew Valentine's Day was coming. Okay. And it's the same day every year. So
good thing I don't have that problem. Never. I don't have that problem.
So if you come to me half-ass on that day, and it's not about Valentine's Day, because every day should feel like Valentine if you're able to, and it's not about the big gifts too. It's just how you treat a person, how you make them feel, the little nuggets that you deposit every day, every week into that love bank to help it grow.
Oh, yeah.
And I think if you're doing some of those things, we don't put so much emphasis on or pressure on these isolated dates.
Oh, so you say
that Valentine's
so
date.
basically what you tell
But
me
once
right
I
now,
land, you can add that because I think that, and speaking for the women, because this is a thing that the women talk about a lot. You come to me on Valentine's Day and it was like, oh, you didn't get I really wanted to get this other one, but it was gone. I don't even want what you're giving me because that means I was an afterthought. Because you should be, as I'm sitting here today, you should, like, I hope something is cooking. Like, I hope the day of is just, it's not you getting up that morning to walk through the snow and drive to go fetch something for me. It should be ding dong, Miss Kate, yes, delivery. Not you going to get it. So let's be intentional. Let's think about our partners ahead. And it's the same thing for the women. When Father's Day come around, when birthdays come around, you're not looking to make reservations on the day of for Father's Day. You're not going to the buffet.
Yeah,
One
of my friends took her husband to this buffet. It was atrocious. Listen, for Father's Day, I think it was.
It's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts.
No, you see, guys, listen, we're going to get into a whole, I think our next block is going to be the double standards for guys and girls. Because, listen, right? You just heard Miss K talk about on Valentine's how we need to this. Guys, we maybe get Father's Day, definitely, yeah. Birthdays, our birthdays, we still have to entertain you. But so on Father's Day, all the stops, that's our Valentine's Day. Don't take me to the buffet. That's it. Don't take me to the buffet. Don't talk about, this one had good reviews. But
Chinese buffets are out.
Reinvest in your spouse. That is highly important. We're making light of it, but the truth of the matter is, and I can't speak on your parents, but I'm just saying what I saw. My mom would probably be upset, but it's the truth, right? I never saw what that looked like growing up. I understood what parenting looked like, but for me, it's important to know, or it's important to reinvest in my spouse and make sure that we solidify our relationship going forward.
Wow, that's weird. Because you do say that Ghanaians are not affectionate, but one thing I did see, regardless of, I didn't see a lot of affection in our household, but my dad was very faithful with those teddies on 167, like the from straight out of the bucket.
We should stop the show right now. My
dad. I'm saying, but he was very when it came to
thing too.
You just said he didn't.
I said reinvesting,
and that was days, very thoughtful. Right? And they would usually do their Red Lobster and things, little dates here and there.
Get your sister to verify.
So what I'm saying is the thought counts, and we know when there was a little bit of effort that went into that whole process. And so you need to think about it ahead, and you need to plan it a little bit. Make it special on those special days. Again, we're not isolating those days to make them seem like, oh my God, if it doesn't happen on Valentine's Day, then it doesn't exist. Because for me, whether something happens on Valentine's Day or not, there are certain things that like I said, that are deposited, and this is not to say to half-ass it this year, but certain things that are deposited throughout the weeks, throughout the months, that if something didn't happen on Valentine's Day necessarily, I'm not really pressing, because you're intentional about some of those things. You still have a lot of work to do, but you're intentional about some of those things. So love on each other, invest, be mindful, really connect, take the time. If it's 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, 20 minutes, you give 8 hours to a job that doesn't give a, you know what about you. Because if you're gone today, they will replace you right that same moment. ASAP. It doesn't matter how well you did while you were there. So do the same thing for your partner. Continue to connect, invest in it, and you'll see, you know, you'll see the results from that. So
if you've already done it, or something that you're doing, or are you interested in knowing what do some of those ideas seem like, reach out to us. Kate is great at that stuff. She'll definitely.
Yeah, I like to learn. I like to know what's going on and plan. So yeah, let us know what you're doing, how what your experiences have been, and you know, let's talk through some of those things. So thank you for joining us on this episode, and we'll see you on the next one.
Take
2.